When preparing for a job interview, many people think carefully about what to wear to the interview so that they can make a good first impression. They realize that, although it might not be fair, conclusions can be drawn about a person based on outward appearance or speaking skills. Between telecommuting, emails, blogging, and other web-based communication, much of your communication with supervisors, coworkers, and friends may be written rather than face-to-face. Although we might be able to work in jeans or pajamas, impressions are still being made. Now, however, impressions are often based on a person's writing rather than on appearance, speaking skills, or other face-to-face interactions. Creating a clear and dynamic writing style can help to develop an impression of the writer as a straightforward, active person. A big step toward creating this kind of style is to understand the difference between active and passive voice sentences, and to choose the sentence construction that makes the most sense in a given situation.
Active voice construction names and therefore emphasizes the person or thing performing the verb. Active voice construction is also set up so that the subject of the sentence performs the main action of the sentence. In the sentence, Tim threw the ball, the subject of the sentence, Tim, performs the main action, throwing the ball. The sentence is mainly about Tim and what he did, not the ball. Passive voice construction uses the object of the verb, the thing receiving the action of the verb, as the grammatical subject of the sentence. In effect, the word or phrase plays two roles as the grammatical subject of the sentence and the object of the verb. Passive voice construction usually eliminates or de-emphasizes the person or thing performing the verb. In the sentence, "The ball was thrown by Tim," the ball is what the sentence is mainly about. Most sources of writing advice encourage writers to use the active voice rather than the passive voice. There are three main reasons for this advice. First, active voice is easier to read. The most common and straightforward sentence construction in English is to present the person or thing performing the verb early as the subject of the sentence. Then the sentence continues with the predicate, which is the verb along with its object, prepositional phrase, or other needed information attached to the verb. A second reason why active voice is preferred is that it is more concise. Because active voice does not need helper verbs or prepositions, the active voice construction requires fewer words to make a complete sentence. Active voice is also preferred because it emphasizes information that is usually important for the reader to know. Understanding the actor, the person or thing performing the main verb, is normally an important piece of a message. Although active voice is normally preferred, there are situations in which passive voice may be the better choice. For example, if you want to avoid blaming someone or emphasizing a person's actions, then passive voice would be appropriate. Passive voice can also be helpful when the writer wants to emphasize one person or thing over another. For example, if the writer wants to emphasize what happened to Frank, then passive voice would be a good choice. Passive voice may also be the best choice to maintain continuity within a paragraph. Often, the main topic of a paragraph appears early in all or most of that paragraph's sentences. This construction helps to signal the main topic of the paragraph to the reader and encourages the reader to remember that main topic. Using passive sentence construction to continue to place the main topic of the paragraph early in individual sentences can be a good choice. To clarify this point, let's look at a sample paragraph about the Alps. The paragraph reads, "The Alps are a difficult mountain range to climb. The highest peak is approximately 4,800 meters or 15,000 feet high. Their temperature range is extreme. However, the Alps are favored by experienced climbers, not experienced climbers favor the Alps. The mountain range is visited 12 months of the year by sports enthusiasts, not sports enthusiasts visit the Alps 12 months of the year." Both sentences are grammatically correct, so it's up to the writer to decide what topic will be emphasized or repeated.
The general rule of thumb in writing is to prefer active voice sentence construction, unless there is a good reason for using passive voice. Relying mostly on active voice enables a writer to appear to be a more active and dynamic person. For example, a cover letter applying to a job that states, "An advertising contract was awarded for 3 years and $20 million," doesn't have the same impact as a cover letter reading, "My team and I landed a 3-year, $20 million contract for the advertising agency." There are some situations where passive voice makes sense. If you are trying to avoid blaming someone, making a deliberate choice to emphasize one person or thing over something else, or working to maintain continuity within a paragraph, then passive voice construction is a good choice. In most situations, however, use the more concise and straightforward active voice.